Okay, so today's plan is arcs or inverses of trig functions. Okay, so I'm guessing you guys have all used a calculator, and you guys have seen the sine inverse, cosine inverse, and tan inverse. Or in other words, arc sine, arc cosine, arc tangent. The arc is just another way of saying sine inverse, cosine inverse, or tan inverse. And when we're looking for that, what we're looking for, okay, what we have is we have our answer. We already have our answer, but we want to go back and find the angle that will make the answer true. Okay? So what we're going to do first is we're going to find all the values of x that will satisfy our x when x is greater than or equal to 0 or less than or equal to 2 pi and the negative 2 pi and all that. So what we need first is our table. So what angle will satisfy sine of x equals square root 3 over 2? Pi over 3. Well, we have one of our angles. When else is sine positive? Well, all students take calculus. So this is where pi over 3 is located, right? Then if you watch the other video, 2 pi over 3, 4 pi over 3, and 5 pi over 3. These are the two angles we want. This satisfies this one, 0 from 0 to 2 pi. Okay? But now we want 0 or negative 2 pi to 0. So how do we find that? Well, we're going to take our graph and we're going to go this way instead. So this is going to be negative pi over 3, which that's not going to help us because that sign isn't positive in that one. And then there's negative 2 pi over 3. Again, not going to help us. How about negative 4 pi over 3? That will help us. And then we have negative 5 pi over 3. Okay? So we're always going to have 4 answers. But it's a trick. We're always going to have 4 answers. Always. Excuse the but. Sorry. Okay. Hopefully you guys all got this down because I'm going to clear the ink. Now, let's do sine of x equals negative 1 over square root of 2. Well, what angle will give us negative 1 square root of 2? We know pi over 4 is going to give us square root 2 over 2, or 1 over square root of 2. But we need this to be negative. So let's look at our quadrants again. When is sine negative? In our third and fourth quadrants. So this is pi over 4, right? 3 pi over 4, 5 pi over 4. That's one of them. So 5 pi over 4. And then 7 pi over 4. Well, what about from negative 2 pi to 0? Negative pi over 4 and negative 3 pi over 4. I chose these questions on purpose, letting you know, because I want to show you that it's not always going to be opposite. Sometimes you might get lucky and you might have pi over 4 and then 2 pi over 4 as one of your answers, and then your other answers will be negative pi over 4 and negative 2 pi over 4. I wanted to show you that, no, that is not always going to happen. We are not always going to have the opposite answers. Okay? Okay. So let's try another example. Tan x equals 1 over square root of 3. Okay, so when does tan equal, what angle will give us tan of x equal 1/3 of 3? Pi over 6. And it's positive, so it's pi over 6. What about our other angle? When else is tan positive? All students take calculus. Third quadrant, right? So that will be yes, 7 pi over 6. Now, why don't you guys pause the video right now and try to find the negative angles, or are going opposite. What would that be? So I'm going to pause the video myself and then give you guys the answers. And those are your answers. Hopefully you guys got it. So that's going to be it for today. Hopefully this made sense to you. If not, come in with questions. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.